allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, what we'd like to do this evening is do an employee veteran recognition. So today we are honored to recognize a group of individuals who have given more than most of us would ever fully appreciate, our veteran employees. Their service to our nation represents courage, sacrifice, and deep commitment to something greater than themselves. And today we are also grateful for their dedication they bring to our city each and every day. Our veteran employees embody the values that strengthen our organization: integrity, accountability, teamwork, and resistance. The leadership skills they develop during their military service continue to benefit our community, whether they are solving problems, supporting their colleagues, or ensuring that our city remains safe and a welcoming place for all. We are proud to work alongside them, and we're thankful for their example they set. This month and every month, we recognize the sacrifices they have made, the challenges they have overcome, and the ongoing contributions they make to our organizations. Our veteran employees include, from the police department, and where can we get them on TV?
I don't.
We
I
can't,
can't.
okay.
No.
Okay. So in the police department, our police chief, Tony Resnicek. We have Andy Lemkool, Jesse Abel, Abe Selber, Peter Moore, Nick Coop, Quay Crawford, Adam Ruland. Okay, in Public Works, we have Phil Retke, and in the fire department, Josh Mangan. So if you could all stand. Just them. Yes. Okay, thank you for your service. All right. Tony, you want to?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. Tonight, we have two of our newest officers who have finished their field training process with us. We'd like to go through their swearing-in ceremony tonight. I'll do a few words here seated, then I'll ask Officer Coop and Officer Thull to join me. Apparently, we have to be in this corner to be on camera. So, good evening, everybody. Today, we gather to celebrate a profound commitment, the choice to become a police officer. It's not just a career, it's a calling to protect, to serve, and to stand as a pillar of trust within our community. Becoming a police officer means dedicating yourself to the values that form the foundation of public service. These are not just words, they are principles that guide every decision, every action, and every moment in uniform. Integrity is where it begins. It's about doing what is right, even when no one is watching. It's about being honest in your actions, your words, and your intentions. Integrity builds the bridge of trust between law enforcement and the community. Without it, that bridge cannot stand. Courage is more than facing danger. It's having the strength to stand up for what's right, even when it's difficult. It's the bravery to protect others, the moral courage to make tough choices, and the resilience to keep going when times get hard. Accountability is the promise that we hold ourselves to the same laws and standards we enforce. It's accepting responsibility for our actions and ensuring transparency in how we serve. Accountability is what keeps our service noble and our mission just. Respect reminds us that every person, no matter who they are, deserves dignity and fairness. Respect means listening before judging, showing compassion before criticism, and understanding before enforcing. It's the foundation of trust between officers and the people they protect. And finally, excellence. The commitment to always do our best. Excellent means training hard, learning constantly, and striving every day to be better than we were yesterday. because the people we serve deserve nothing less. To those stepping forward to wear the badge, remember that this path is not easy, but it's honorable. You will face challenges, you'll make sacrifices, but you will also make a difference. Every call you answer, every person you help, every life you protect, you uphold the ideals of service that make our communities safer and stronger. So as you take this oath and begin your journey, carry these values with pride. Let integrity guide your actions, courage drive your heart, accountability shape your decisions, respect lead your interactions, and excellence define your service. The badge you wear is not just a symbol of authority, it's a symbol of trust and honor and hope. Officer Coop, Officer Thal, want to head on up? Facing the crowd, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I.
I, Nicholas Coop,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
within and for the city of Waite Park and the state.
within and for the city of Waite Park and the state.
Congratulations. Mr. Mayor, if I can get a signature.
That was very good. I was thinking, I was going to ask him where he phoned that from. Right. He probably AI'd it. Yeah. I just said.
I do like that you thought I did. I'm gonna make sure.
What a generous.
Well, you know where it would have came from.
I do. That's why I asked.
And lastly, I'm going to do their pinning of the badges over here where the family can actually see them and get photos.
Right.
If that's okay.
Nice.
For sure.
Are you ready? Don't stick them.
Round of applause.
And there's more cake.
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
Cheese and cake. Have more cake.
All right, is there anybody here for public input? Public input. Anybody here for public input? Okay. And then we want to review and approve council agenda.
Move to approve as presented.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Item A, approve the 10/20/25 council meetings, whatever. B, approve the 2026 Tri-County Humane Society contract. C, approve change order number 1, 2025 street improvements. D, approve the gambling application for the Northeast region of the Delta Waterfall Foundation. E, approve tree removal quote. F, approve bid award for 15th Avenue North Trail. G, approve business license renewals. H, approve the MOU for contributions to the HSA for the maintenance employees. I, approve the MOU for contributions to HSA for non-union employees. J, approve MOU for contributions to HSA to the police administration. K, approve the MOU for contributions to the HSA for the police officers. And L, approve the MOU for contributions to the HSA police sergeants.
I'd like to pull B. I at least got one question on B, but I'll move to approve all the rest.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve all but B. All in favor? Opposed?
Now, when we read through that, did everybody understand the part they're omitting? It sounded like they're omitting caging or trapping feral cats. Is that how I understood that?
On a second.
Zach and Kelly really took lead on this, but I can kind of help answer. Yeah, so one of the issues that has been a reoccurring theme is the number of stray or feral cats being trapped out in Belle Claire and the residents bringing them and us getting billed.
Oh, they're taking them in on their own.
There you have it. And then we just get the bill for it, and it's getting, basically, that cost quarterly has doubled all year.
Well, I noticed the bill for $2,600.
Yep.
And I didn't know if that was for one animal or
No.
what was going on.
No, that was that.
Herd of cats.
Yes. The other piece to the change of this contract from the Humane Society, and again, this is the Humane Society's stipulations of what they're requesting, is the change of the the quarantining dogs that bit somebody.
Yep.
Typically, we'd bring them there, they hold them for 10 days and release them to the owner, Humane Society no longer wants to do that. So we would basically be changing our process, not necessarily our ordinance, just the way we handle it, to self-quarantine. That has already been legal under state statute and under our ordinance since, I don't know, at least 20 years, probably something similar to that. So it really just changes our actual day-to-day practice of how we do it. It doesn't really change the ordinance or anything else. But those were the two big stipulations that changes with this
All right.
contract.
I'll move to approve item B.
Second?
We have a motion to approve item B. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, then we'll move on to regular agenda items. We need a preliminary and final plat for the Metrobus Western Transit Center.
Mr. Mayor, council members, this request is one of two tonight regarding or related to Metrobus and the proposed Western Transit Center. The first item on the docket here is the plat for the property, preliminary and final plat of the subdivision titled Metrobus Western Transit Center. As you're aware, property in Waite Park has to be platted before we can develop it or construct on it with very limited exemptions that wouldn't apply to this property. This plat would be configured as a single lot, single block subdivision encompassing the entirety of the 5.47 acre property, which is currently 2 parcels going to 1 parcel. Under city ordinance, platting of the property, again, is required before construction permits may be issued. The work done on the property thus far, the clearing and demolition, does not require platting to do those couple of items. So everything that's been done there has been fine. As a portion of as the property has not been previously platted, city ordinance requires that payment in lieu of parkland dedication would be collected. We only collect that upon the initial platting, not any further subdivision. Based on the ordinance requirement of 5% of the unimproved land value. Excuse me. So that wouldn't be including any buildings or structures. The recommended required payment in lieu of parkland dedication would be $38,730. The park board has reviewed and recommended approval of that amount. And that recommendation has been forwarded to you tonight as for consideration with the plating request. The property does have frontage on Stearns County right-of-way, so the comments from Stearns County Highway Department are included. And those comments are reflected in the proposed resolution as well. Their certification review has to be included with the plat for recording once it gets that far. The Planning Commission did review the request at their November 10th, 2025 meeting. No comments specific to the platting were received, and they did recommend approval. My recommendation would be approval of the preliminary plat with the following conditions. Number one, property is subject to requirement for payment in lieu of parkland dedication as recommended by Park Board and established by City Council in the amount of $38,730. Any required parkland dedication fees must be paid prior to affixing of city signatures upon the plat. That's long been the city standard. Number two, property is subject to comments and requirements set forth by Stearns County Highway Department and associated certification of review as documented in their letter dated November 6, 2025. That letter is also enclosed for your review if anyone's interested. Provided that those conditions are satisfied, I'd recommend adoption of the resolution approving the final plat.
Right.
Make a motion to approve of the adoption of the resolution authorizing preliminary and final plat of Metro Bus Western Transit Center.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the preliminary and final plat. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, then we'll move on to the conditional use permit.
Mr. Mayor, council members, 2 of 2 here with the conditional use permit for Metro Bus Western Transit Center. Same applicant, of course, for the properties located at 461 Second Avenue South and 481 Second Avenue South. They've been aided and by Ortel Architects as their authorized representative throughout the process. The application is made to pursue the development of a bus transit center upon the property. During the initial phases of review and consideration by city staff, it was ultimately determined to be considered as a conditional use per the I-2 Sundial Corridor District standards. That lets us review it and tie conditions of approval to it to help it operate and blend well with the surrounding area as best it can. The proposed transit center is intended to provide additional capacity for expanded bus operations and to accommodate future ridership demand in the western area of the Metro bus service area, providing overall expanded professional and operational capacity for the system. The proposed facility is not a park and ride site. The applicants have been clear with that throughout, and no such operations are proposed to take place upon the property. The proposed transit center will be operational 7 days a week with weekday operations scheduled approximately 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturdays approximately 7:45 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays approximately 8:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. The applicants have advised the operational hours are system-wide and that activity levels may differ a little bit within those noted times. An interval of approximately 15 minutes between bus access and egress is anticipated, within approximately 4 buses hourly for each of the 4 routes that would be served from the proposed facility. The building itself, approximately 4,000 square feet. The floor plan was attached for review. Denotes public waiting area, vending and ticket kiosks, ticket counters, staff and bus operator break room, administrative office areas for multiple staff members, personnel support functions, additional restrooms, 2 gendered public restrooms and a family restroom as well. Staffing wise, you could see between 2 and 4 Metro bus employees at any given time. The Metro bus staff have noticed or noted as well that during initial kind of getting up and running phase that they would be present kind of more frequently throughout as well, just kind of keeping an eye on things. 2 full-time personnel would be on site during operating hours. There could be additional staff on site for either support of other staff or taking care of things or handling whatever needs to be taken care of at any given time. The exterior finishes proposed for pre-finished metal panel with the color scheme complementing the Metro Bus logo and agency colors, as well as some local granite treatments at the elevations, and some renderings were included for reference there. And an existing storage building upon the site will be retained and utilized for storage purposes. So there, one building will be repurposed and reutilized. Security cameras will be utilized throughout the building and the site. Excuse me. Access for buses will be via Second Avenue South and Sundial Drive. We have worked with the applicants throughout, and the city engineer as well as county reps, and we're all comfortable with the proposed layout, with the notation that turning and stacking may occasionally be a bit challenging from Sundial Drive onto Second Avenue South. Again, the city was awarded a grant which would fully fund a proposed mid-block lighted crosswalk on Second Avenue South, although we haven't pinned down the exact design location of that yet. The project managers have met and conferred with Stearns County regarding the project, and due to the county having oversight, that's where it ties back to the plat and having their comments as well. Excuse me. Proposed site location is conducive to serving both existing residential and commercial areas located nearby, and aligns with one of the city's previously established strategic goals of facilitating multimodal or kind of transit for everybody, whether you choose to walk, bike, or roll, or drive for all residents. Under the proposed development, the northern couple acres of the site would not be utilized at this time. They would be retained for future options or perhaps future use by Metro buses their needs might require. But at any time, if they expand or can seek amendments to this approval. The proposed landscaping plan, which you have attached in there as well, utilizes berming and quite a bit of landscaping along Second Avenue South, the north-south run there, to minimize impacts to the residential properties. On the eastern side of Second Avenue South, staff is recommending condition requiring mixture of deciduous and coniferous trees be planted at minimum 6-foot height at the time of planting on the berm area, with the requirements for maintenance and replacement should any trees die off, just to ensure that they're kind of up and running pretty well. They're not just saplings at that time of planting. The Planning Commission reviewed the request and held public comment at their October 13th, 2025 meeting. We did receive quite a bit of comments received. The most vocal comments were in opposition to the project, with primary concerns being the increase in activity and associated noise and traffic. We did receive several comments, kind of more privately as well, though, including from nearby apartment complex owner, as well as some homeowners in the area that were more supportive of it and didn't really have any issues with it and saw the potential benefit there. I would note that in the Sundial area there, if it were to develop without this sort of development, it could very well be another Burnix or something that could have similar high traffic. It would probably be something more tractor trailer, truck trailer sort of operation. So I think a lot of it comes down to it's a largely a vacant site right now, and any proposal there would be kind of difficult for the folks around to kind of grapple with. My recommendation would be for adoption of the attached resolution approving the conditional use permit as recommended for approval by the Planning Commission. Planning Commission did ultimately recommend approval with those conditions. I won't go through every condition just for sake of brevity there, but Planning Commission did not have any suggested revisions to the conditions as recommended, and we're comfortable with those. So my recommendation would be for adoption approval of the suggested resolution approving the conditional use permit with those conditions as recommended.
I'll move to approve with the conditions noted.
We got a motion to approve and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, then we'll move on to approve the bills.
I'll move to pay the bills, but I got questions on some of them.
Second?
We got a bill. Are we paying New West Presentations $2,500 for tickets to a show?
Some of that would be reimbursable kinds of things. So if we had, some of that might be for the expense
I know what that was. That was cash ticket sales that they took in at the box office, and we took we had money because they weren't here to collect the money, and so then we paid
Oh,
it to them.
it was like a off-hour sale or
Yep.
something,
Yeah.
whatever.
So it's all the cash on all the
Okay, so they
concerts that
just showed
took
one
in.
bill for that,
Yep.
Yeah.
them receivables.
Yep.
Okay, there was a lot of bills that caught my eye this time that were just strange, but Flatherly and Hood.
Flaherty
in
and Hood?
It references holiday decorations.
On that?
That was, it's about addressing some of the nativity scene to make sure that we're in
Is
the.
that what it is? Compliant for,
Yes.
I thought, okay, I assume that wasn't a reoccurring thing.
No, it was
Okay.
just asking about making sure that, because we're having to relocate some of that. And
Yeah.
it's making sure that where it's getting, that, I just want to make sure that it's legally kosher so that we know what if we can do anything to help alleviate potentially anything, then we haven't, and we're good.
Okay, well, I didn't know if somebody, one of these other groups were sending letters.
No, it had nothing to do with
about
that. It had to do with the
equal
fact of things
representation.
moving. No, things having to have moved around, and that was why we wanted to make sure. And we're having to make some, the improvements to that because it's not, it's old. So we have to make sure that we're okay with doing those things, considering that it was donated to the city. We're just making sure we're covering our bases on that, so.
All right.
Anything else?
I'll just stop there.
Okay,
Because I seen some for Public Works too, and it's just, the building seems new to me and, but anyway, let's just pay the bills.
all right. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, perfect. And then we need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned at 6:58.
Yeah, and the Humane Society one too. It's like, what is, just weird. Bills.
Yes. Again.